Are you looking for guidance but unsure who to trust? These are common feelings for many people exploring spirituality. In this video, we'll discuss the hidden dangers of the spiritual path and how to avoid pitfalls and false prophets. Our goal is to help you navigate your spiritual journey safely and authentically. Spirituality can be a deeply fulfilling pursuit. Many people are drawn to it for various reasons. Some seek meaning in their lives, while others hope to find inner peace or connect with something greater than themselves. Spiritual practices can offer comfort, insight, and personal growth. They can help us understand ourselves better and relate to the world around us in new ways. However, the path of spiritual growth isn't always smooth. There are potential dangers and obstacles that we need to be aware of. One common pitfall is relying too heavily on external guidance. While teachers and mentors can be valuable, it's important to maintain your own sense of direction. Your intuition is a powerful tool, and learning to trust it is crucial for genuine spiritual development. Another risk is something called spiritual bypassing. This happens when people use spiritual ideas or practices to avoid dealing with difficult emotions or life challenges. It might feel good in the short term, but it can hinder real growth and healing. True spirituality involves facing our inner struggles, not ignoring them. As you explore different spiritual paths, you may encounter individuals or groups claiming to have all the answers. Be cautious of those who present themselves as infallible or demand unquestioning obedience. Authentic spiritual leaders encourage critical thinking and personal autonomy. They don't seek to control their followers or exploit them financially. Red flags to watch out for in spiritual communities include pressure to cut ties with family or friends, demands for large financial contributions, secrecy about the group's teachings or practices, and leaders who can't handle criticism or questions. Trust your instincts if something feels off. It's also important to be aware of the spiritual ego. This is what happens when spiritual practices or knowledge become a source of pride or superiority. Remember, true spirituality fosters humility and compassion, not arrogance. Stay grounded by regularly examining your motivations and being open to feedback from others. Finding the right balance between skepticism and open-mindedness can be tricky. It's good to approach new spiritual ideas with a critical eye, but don't let cynicism close you off to potentially valuable experiences. Ask questions, do research, and take time to reflect before fully committing to any teaching or practice. When exploring spirituality, be mindful of cultural appropriation. Many spiritual practices have deep cultural roots. It's important to understand and respect these origins. Avoid cherry-picking elements of a tradition without understanding its context or history. If you're drawn to a practice from a culture not your own, seek out authentic teachers and approach it with respect and a willingness to learn. In today's world, spirituality has often become commercialized. Be wary of expensive retreats, courses, or products that promise instant enlightenment. While some spiritual tools or experiences may have a cost, true growth comes from consistent practice and self-reflection, not from buying the latest spiritual trend. The abundance of spiritual information available today can be overwhelming. You might encounter conflicting teachings or feel pressured to try every practice you come across. Remember, it's okay to take things slowly. Focus on what resonates with you and aligns with your values. Quality is more important than quantity when it comes to spiritual practices. As you delve deeper into your spiritual journey, it's crucial to maintain strong personal boundaries. Learn to say no to practices or experiences that don't feel right for you, even if they come highly recommended. Your spiritual path is unique, and it's okay to be selective about what you engage with. it's also important to protect your energy and well-being. Some spiritual environments can be intense or draining. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time in certain spaces or with certain people. If you consistently feel depleted or unsettled, it might be a sign to step back and reassess. One challenge many face is integrating spiritual practices into daily life. It's easy to feel disconnected between the peace you might experience during meditation and the stress of everyday responsibilities. The key is to find ways to bring your spiritual insights into your regular routines. This might mean practicing mindfulness while doing chores, applying compassion in your work relationships, or finding moments of gratitude throughout your day. Spiritual growth doesn't happen in isolation from the rest of your life. It's about enhancing your overall well-being and relationships, not escaping from reality. Look for ways to apply spiritual principles to your everyday challenges and interactions. Building a supportive spiritual community can greatly enhance your journey. Look for groups or individuals who share your values and respect your autonomy. A healthy spiritual community encourages questions, supports individual growth, and fosters a sense of belonging without demanding conformity. When connecting with others on your spiritual path, be open to different perspectives. Everyone's journey is unique, and you can learn a lot from hearing about others' experiences. At the same time, be cautious of those who insist their way is the only right way. True spiritual wisdom acknowledges that there are many valid paths. As you explore various spiritual teachings and practices, it's natural to feel excited and want to share your discoveries with others. However, be mindful of how you approach this. Not everyone will be interested or ready for the same ideas that resonate with you. Respect others' beliefs and boundaries, and focus on living your truth rather than trying to convert others. One often overlooked aspect of spirituality is the importance of self-care. Taking care of your physical and emotional needs is crucial for spiritual well-being. This includes getting enough rest, eating nourishing food, exercising, and maintaining healthy relationships. Neglecting these basic needs in pursuit of spiritual goals can lead to burnout and disillusionment. It's also important to be patient with yourself on your spiritual journey. Growth often happens in small, incremental steps rather than dramatic transformations. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small it might seem. Every insight, every moment of increased awareness is valuable. As you continue on your path, you might encounter periods of doubt or confusion. This is normal and can actually be a sign of growth. Questioning your beliefs and practices can lead to deeper understanding and more authentic spirituality. Don't be afraid to revisit and revise your ideas as you gain new experiences and insights. Remember that spirituality is not about achieving perfection or becoming someone else. It's about connecting more deeply with your true self and the world around you. Be wary of teachings that make you feel inadequate or suggest that you need to completely change who you are. True spiritual growth enhances your authentic self rather than erasing it. It's also helpful to maintain a sense of humor and lightness on your spiritual journey. While spirituality deals with profound topics, it doesn't always have to be serious. Being able to laugh at yourself and not take everything too seriously can help you stay balanced and resilient in the face of challenges. As you progress on your spiritual path, you might find that your relationships change. Some friendships may deepen, while others might drift apart. This is natural as your perspectives and priorities shift. The key is to approach these changes with compassion and understanding, both for yourself and others. It's also important to be aware of the potential for spiritual addiction. Just like any other addiction, people can become overly dependent on spiritual experiences or practices, constantly seeking the next high or breakthrough. This can lead to neglecting other important areas of life, or becoming disconnected from reality. Strive for balance and integration rather than chasing spiritual experiences at the expense of everything else. Another aspect to consider is the role of service in spirituality. Many traditions emphasize the importance of giving back or helping others as part of spiritual growth. Look for ways to contribute positively to your community or the world at large. This doesn't have to be grand gestures. Small acts of kindness and compassion can be deeply meaningful. As you explore different spiritual practices, pay attention to how they affect you over time. What works well for you at one stage of your journey might not be as effective later on. Be willing to adapt and change your practices as needed. Your spiritual path is a dynamic, evolving process, not a fixed set of rules or rituals. It's also crucial to maintain a connection with nature as part of your spiritual practice. Spending time outdoors, observing natural cycles, and cultivating a sense of wonder about the natural world can deepen your spiritual insights and help you feel more grounded. Spirituality isn't just about personal growth, it's also about how we relate to others and the world around us. Look for ways to apply your spiritual insights to social and environmental issues. How can your spiritual practice contribute to creating a more just and sustainable world? As you continue on your spiritual journey, you might encounter teachings about supernatural phenomena or extraordinary abilities. While these topics can be intriguing, it's important to approach them with a balanced perspective. Focus on the practical, verifiable aspects of spirituality that enhance your daily life rather than getting caught up in chasing extraordinary experiences. It's also worth considering the role of creativity in your spiritual practice. Engaging in creative activities like art, music, or writing can be powerful ways to explore your inner world and express spiritual insights. Don't be afraid to incorporate creative expression into your spiritual journey. Let's revisit the importance of trusting your inner wisdom. While it's valuable to learn from teachers and traditions, ultimately, you are the expert on your own spiritual journey. Learn to listen to your intuition and trust your own experiences. The goal of spirituality is not to escape from life, but to engage with it more fully and authentically. Look for ways to bring more awareness, compassion, and joy into your everyday experiences. This is where the real magic of spiritual growth happens. The spiritual path can be incredibly rewarding, but it's not without its challenges. By staying aware of potential pitfalls, maintaining a balanced perspective, and trusting your inner guidance, you can navigate these challenges successfully. Remember, your spiritual journey is unique to you. Honor your own path, stay true to your values, and keep an open heart and mind as you continue to grow and explore. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the hidden dangers of the spiritual path and how to avoid them. We hope this information helps you on your journey towards authentic spiritual growth. Remember, the most important guide on your spiritual path is your own inner wisdom. Trust it, nurture it, and let it light your way.